Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
Today we're looking at a prototype of Coldwater Crown, the Sea expansion. The Sea is an expansion to Coldwater Crown, which is a 1 to 4 player worker placement game designed by Brian Surrey and published by Bellwether Games. It'll be on Kickstarter this June.
You're competing in a fishing tournament trying to catch different species of fish from different locations. But now you're not just confined to the mainland. You can sail out to sea and try to reel in blue shark, cod, and even squid.
Let's look at the prototype components. There's another board, the Sea board. 4 new types of fish for this board, a new type of angler card, the squid, new tackle pieces, anchors, and 4 sea vessels, 1 for each player.
This expansion is not a standalone game, so you will need Coldwater Crown to play it. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the base game and then explain the new elements. The goal is to collect the most points by winning challenges and contests based on the type of fish you catch.
On each of your turns, you'll take 2 actions. First, you'll place your token on an empty space and take that action, and then you'll remove a token from a different space and take that action. The number showing, 1 or 2, affects what you can do on that space. The token you remove, you flip over to the other side after completing the action.
If you take an action on a colored fishing space, you remove bait of that color from your player board. If your token is a 1, you remove 1 piece from each zone. If it's a 2, you remove all of that color from your player board.
When you empty a zone on your player board, you catch a fish. The color of the last bait removed and the zone number determines which fish you catch. If you empty zone 4 by removing purple or green bait, you'll catch the flounder.
The port space allows you to fill one of the zones on your player board with bait, take a master angler card, or, new to the Sea expansion, move your ship to sea.
When your ship is at sea and you take an action at one of the fishing spaces on the main board that lets you catch a fish, you don't catch the fish located on the main board. Instead, you catch the one on the sea board. Any color bait works for these fish.
The scoring for sea fish is a bit different. There's no contest. At the end of the game, each player will total the weight value of the fish they caught at sea, 1 per species, and earn the points for the combined weight value.
When you're at sea, it also affects the master angler cards. You can only place bait on squid cards, but it can be of any color bait. At any time on your turn, you can choose to come back from sea. It doesn't take an action. And now you can place bait on regular master angler cards and catch fish from the lake, river, and shore.
The squid cards can count toward the master angler challenges, and the new sea fish can count toward the mystery weight and 8 species challenges. They even count toward the 1st to 12 fish challenge, which triggers the final round. The contests are awarded the same way as the base game, with the weight from the shore, lake, and river fish calculated separately.
So the only new way of scoring is on the sea board. There's the new sea challenge, but the fish here help you with some of the original challenges, which is great. And there's a new type of tackle token. It is the anchor, which gives you a free port action.
Which can be really helpful for setting up your turn, because sometimes you might want to take a port action first, but there's already a token in the space blocking it. Or maybe you want to take that action second, but there's no token to pick up. And with the timing of going out to sea being so important, I can see those tackle tokens being really powerful if you use them wisely.
The art for the expansion fits seamlessly into the base game. The boats, the icons, and the rest. Even the 2 boxes combine to make a complete picture, which is pretty cool. One of the things I really like are those action discs. When I place a 1, I get an action. When I pick up a 1, I get an action. When I place a 2, I get a more powerful action. When I pick up a 2, I get a more powerful action. And you can place 1 and pick up 1 on your turn. Now the cool thing is when you pick up the disc, it switches over, so a 1 becomes a 2 for your next turn, and a 2 becomes a 1. So I like how that works in the game.
Now this expansion doesn't drastically change the game, all of that is still happening, but it does give you some more choices and options. I can remember times when I only had 1 piece of bait left, maybe in zone 3. Maybe it's a purple piece, but I don't want to catch the fish that's there. Either I would have to wait or just take it. But now I can go out to sea and catch a different type of fish with that piece of bait.
So if you've enjoyed the base game of Coldwater Crown, then you need to get the sea expansion. And if you've never played it, then here's a great time to jump on board and check out Coldwater Crown with the sea expansion coming to Kickstarter in June. There are the fish, but there are the fish. But there are some more options. Continuing on. So there's only one.
Have your turn be a little better. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I kind of wasn't as happy with mine anyway.
So sorry.